Happy Tuesday, Life Group leaders. Pastor Ramin here, and you know what that means. This is T4Tuesdays. Let's jump right into it. We've been going through the 6 rhythms of healthy community, and that is eating together, sharing stories, listening to one another, blessing others and one another, recreation and celebration. Last week we talked about what it means to recreate together and how do we do that virtually. We got some great tips from the Reinas, and a lot of people responded in the comment section of that video. And actually we can recreate together today. I've got a contest for you guys with prizes. This is fresh, imported from Brazil by yours truly before the lockdown, Brazilian coffee. If you are a coffee fan, you will want to check this out. You've not tasted anything like it here stateside. And here's how you can win it. If you can guess the team that this jersey represents, then you'll get that coffee hand delivered to your door. No touch necessary. Keeping with social distancing rules, right? And here's a few hints to who the team that this jersey represents. So first of all, it's a soccer team from the nation of Brazil. Secondly, the place that it's from, that this team plays in, is very historic. It's got some historical significance in the story of Brazil. And then your third clue is that they have won the Brazilian national championship twice, as indicated by these 2 blue stars. The first person to respond in the comment section with the answer will get hand-delivered premium Brazilian coffee, okay? So that was kind of our recreate thing that we talked through and that we're gonna just do as a fun Facebook group. But today I'd like to talk about the significance of sharing story and how we can do that effectively virtually. There's actually a conversation going on right now in this Facebook group about what's the best way to share story. Should we do it virally? Should we do it in the confines of our group? Because we've seen our student ministry do it successfully virally, post something on their wall, sharing a 3-minute version of their story, kind of as just a public testimony, which I think is powerful. And I think it's a good thing to do when you're sharing something like that, a 3-minute version of your story. When we get into life groups, though, the version of our story that we can share may have some things that put ourselves and maybe even other people in our story in a vulnerable place. I'll just say it that way. And maybe that might not be the best thing to do virally. Perhaps that person is your friend on Facebook and they hear you talking about a situation that exposes them a little bit. They might resent that. It's just, I think if you're going to go deep, full story, keep it to the confines of the group. You can totally do that over your Zoom, over your Skype, over Teams, however you guys meet, through GoToMeetings. I don't know what you guys use. But I would encourage it. I think that real community and intimacy can be built by sharing story that way online. Now, if you want to share I wouldn't say a lighter version, but a simpler version. Maybe you've gone through our 1-story workshop and if you're a Grace Pointer, you've shared your story multiple times and you know how to share a 2-minute, a 90-second, or a 3-minute version of your story. Kind of like what your life was like before knowing Christ, the moment that you exchanged it, and what your life was like afterwards. I'd encourage you to do that. I think that people are looking for motive for hope these days. And if you can do it in an authentic way, that's not cheesy or off-putting, go for it. At the very least, it can start some conversations with people that are maybe dipping their toe in the shallow end of the faith pool. So I think that's a good idea to do. So I would encourage you guys to lean into story right now, lean into the big story from people's history, and then it makes people more prone to share their ongoing story. They'll get more vulnerable about their challenges and their successes in this current season, which is an important season to be open about. We want to be a support for all of them, okay? So those are kind of my ideas on story, and we'll jump into what it means to bless people next week, okay? Don't forget to guess the team that this jersey represents, and you will get this delicious coffee. Hope to hear from you guys soon, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace.